Ridgway, registered dietitian at the Perth District Health Unit. And today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite quick and easy recipes for fish on papillote, which means fish that is steamed in parchment paper. So for our recipe today, I'm going to be using a piece of salmon, about 4 to 5 ounces, but you could use any fish that you like. And then I have a variety of vegetables here that are sliced thinly, green beans, sliced fennel, and red pepper, as well as some thinly sliced potatoes. And then for flavorings, I have some sliced lemon, some garlic that's been quartered, and some sprigs of fresh dill. You could use any fresh herbs that you like, so cilantro or parsley, or you could use some dried herbs as well. So I'm going to start by just tossing my vegetables with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm just going to add them all into a bowl. And I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. You don't need a lot, it's just enough to sort of coat them. A little bit of pepper. I'm just going to toss these to coat them evenly. So now that my vegetables are all ready, I'm going to go ahead and get my piece of parchment paper ready. So I did one that was about 2 feet long, and you're just going to fold that in half into a rectangle. And then from there, you're going to cut this piece of parchment paper into about a half-heart type shape. And you can draw it on if you like, but it can be fairly rough. Okay, so there you have your half-heart shape. And so when you unfold it, it makes a heart. So we're just going to lay that down. And so now you're going to start putting your ingredients into this pocket. I'm going to start by laying down those potatoes in a layer on the bottom, and you want to put them fairly close to where the seam of the heart is. Now that I have my potatoes in a single layer, I'm going to put my piece of salmon skin side down on top of the potatoes, fairly close to that middle crease as well. And then beside the salmon, I'm going to add the rest of my vegetables. Next, I'm going to add my pieces of sliced lemon. You could also use sliced lime, and those can go just right on top of the fish. I'll add my sprigs of fresh dill as well, and my quartered piece of garlic as well. It's time to start folding the pocket to seal it so that no air can escape, and that so all the moisture and flavors stay inside and steam your fish. So I'm going to fold this half heart over, and you might just have to move the ingredients a little bit so that the edge of that heart will line up. So I'm going to start on the curved side of that heart. And I'm just going to start by making some small folds onto itself so that it seals the edge of the piece of parchment so that no air can escape. I'm just going to make a small fold and make a crease so that it's sealed here. So you can see no air can escape here. Now my next fold, I need to make sure that it overlaps that first fold so that, again, no air can escape. So I'm going to continue making small folds all the way around my heart until it's fully sealed. So I'll just make sure I overlap that first fold so that there's no air pocket there. And I'll just continue all the way around the heart, making those small folds. So when you get to the end and you've made those overlapping folds all the way around your heart, a couple of things you can do. You can either twist off that end to seal it or just tuck it underneath. I'm just going to kind of tuck that end underneath securely like so. So now our pocket is ready to go into the oven. So all you're going to do is pick it up and place it on a baking sheet like so. And this can go into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes, and then it will be ready to eat. Okay, so our piece of salmon has been in the oven for 20 minutes, and you can see that the parchment is getting nice and brown, and it was puffed up there a little bit. So it'll be ready to eat right away. So I'm just going to transfer it right onto a plate because you can. And then very carefully I'm just going to make a small hole in the top of the parchment just to release some of the steam. Being careful not to burn myself. And once some of that initial steam has escaped, I'm actually going to make a slit right in the top of the piece of parchment. You can see it's very hot, so just very carefully pulling back that parchment. And it's ready to serve. You can transfer it to a separate plate if you like, but I like to eat it just right out of the packet, just like that. Enjoy.